Hi, my name is Brianna Roberts. I'm 19 and I play softball at Binghamton University. There was a pastor who had taught at our previous private school before it closed down. His wife came up to me in the hallway of this homeschool co-op that we were a part of, and he was like, and the wife said that I should come to youth group. So I was really nervous to kind of step into this, not knowing anything. And so I told her I would go, and then I kind of didn't go for a few weeks. And then a few weeks later she came back and was like, we really would love you to come, we think you'd love it. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try my best and just see what happens. There was a retreat, kind of youth snow camp trip that we did with youth group my senior year of high school. And we get our phones taken away. It's just like a weekend where you're just with your friends and spending time with God and just learning more about Him. And I'd never experienced that before. The whole theme of the whole weekend was light versus darkness. And I remember at that time, I was in a pretty dark place. And I remember writing in my notes, like, you are not, I feel alone and I'm scared to keep feeling this way. He had this amazing, amazing sermon, and he told us this story that really changed my life about how God had pulled him out of the darkness, and I felt very connected that night. And then at the end of his sermon, he said the words, "You are not alone," and I was just blown away because I'd just written those words. So I was like, wow, this is pretty crazy. And I closed my eyes and I just saw this beautiful valley with canyons and an open sky, and it was so quiet and so peaceful, and I could just genuinely feel Him. And I'd never experienced that in my life, and it was one of the wildest experiences. And I knew at that moment what it truly felt to be saved, because I think I'd always known I'd wanted to be, but in that moment I think I truly felt His presence and His magnitude. I found that my identity was rooted in a lot of the wrong things. As an athlete, I was kind of tying a lot of my self-worth to my performance. And once I fully accepted Jesus and fully got a grasp on what it truly is to be saved, I realized that the only person that I need to please and the only person that I really need to keep my eyes up for is Jesus. I could start seeing my purpose, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because I was looking at all these worldly things, but I feel like when you strip all that away, I didn't know who I was at my core until I found Jesus. So my mom is baptizing me. Similar to how I talked about how Jesus has always been there, even when I have walked away. He's my rock. I think my mom is also so important to me and has always been there for me in that same regard. On a little bit of a less of a scale, but still she is so amazing, and I look up to her in so many ways, and I want this moment to be shared with her because I want her to know how much I appreciate her and how much she's influenced me to make this decision. And so I think it'll make that all the more special that she baptizes me. So my church family, a lot of them can't be there tomorrow, and I know some of them were bummed because it's super far away. But I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone at youth group, especially, and my cousins back home. You guys have made such an impact on my life, and this decision would not be made without you guys supporting me through every step of the way. So I just want to thank you for being there since 7th grade, pretty much, but thank you. My name is Brianna Roberts, and I want to follow Jesus.